Hey, Mitch from Swap Time, and we got Matt over here, and we're going to talk about this 2015 Silverado V6 to V8 conversion. So, to get the engine to fit, the frame mounts, all that is the same, but the location on the LV3 engine, even though I'm pointing at this is already converted to V8. The LV3 has a different mounting point on the engine. So you're saying the engine is further forward by like 4 or 5 inches?
Just a couple inches.
So because the engine's further forward here, your transmission, is towards the front more, and then the drive shaft, the stock drive shaft will be too long. So you can still take your V8, use the factory mounts that come with the engine, they'll all bolt up.
So does a 6-cylinder. This didn't come with mounts, so I used the 6-cylinder mounts on the 8-cylinder.
So 6-cylinder and 8-cylinder mounts, engine mounts are the same. Again, the V6 has a different location on the block for the mounts. So then you get your engine in. The next issue is because this transmission was more forward, this cross member is slightly different. Matt already modified this, but this piece was hanging off the front of it a bit. So you can buy this cross member for the V8 for about $40 from GM, or you can cut it and just weld it back on. You can see Matt did a really good job here, and it fits very nice. We use the 6L80 off the V6. We use the V6 stall converter to get a few more 100 RPM of stall out of it. The flex plate's the same for the most plate, right? The flex plate's the same? Yeah. Flex plate is good. Customer wanted headers here. So these are Texas Speed headers. Threw those on. Very limited room. So wanted to play a little bit with these fuel lines. But what's going to happen, what has to happen is this has to cross over here, merge into a Y, and go out the back. There's just limited room.
You do need a chain to delete the oil cooler unless you want to change the V6 radiator. It's different.
All right, yeah, excellent point. For whatever reason, the lines are on the opposite side on the V6, the oil cooler lines, and the radiator is different to match that. So either you swap and put a V8 radiator, and then you can use either the cooler lines that might come with your V8 swap. I'm pointing at the wrong thing. Or you can block them off. It just depends on how you tend to use your vehicle. So this one is just a street strip type vehicle, so that's blocked off. All right, what about the transmission lines? Were those good?
I use the transmission lines from the V6.
Okay, from the V6?
Yes.
Yeah, here's the, not too much to show here. If you guys can, you want to go ahead and lower it down, and we'll show the engine bay.
A quick note, if you use the stock manifolds, it bolts up to the V6 exhaust.
Okay, wow. So using your V8 truck manifolds, it'll bolt right back up to the factory exhaust. All right, then background on this, like I said, it's a LV3. We used a 2018 L86. This is a 2015 truck or 14, I forget. So a major thing is you have to match up the years. So we're going off this vehicle. So the engine was converted to a different fuel sensor, and I modified the wiring on the engine to convert it from a 3-wire to a 4-wire sensor. And then I got the correct brand new GM harness, engine harness, and put that on and matched it to his vehicle. This is your interior connector from your engine harness. You have another connector down here. I got to just swap a few wires on that. This is for ambient temp, some other stuff. And then you have your fuse box connector and your ECUs down here. So you just kind of match that up. That's super easy. 2-wheel drive versus 4-wheel drive versus active aero shutters and different options. So brand new harness, put that on there. Gabe wanted the LT2 intake, so we put that on there. Got a separate video explaining how to fit that on. He had this really nice cold air intake set up that fit just fine with the LT2 intake. One thing I'm gonna have to modify the harness a bit is with the LT2 intake, this throttle body. Either we're going to clamp it or I'm going to extend these wires. I don't want these to have too much pull to them. So we did that. The map sensor's on this side, so I have an extension harness, and the purge is on this side. Not purge.
Yeah, purge.
This is purge. Yeah, purge. I extended that. What else on the engine bay? The V6 coolant hoses worked.
Yep.
Everything.
Everything.
Hoses, the AC lines, the coolant lines.
All right. So
And if you want to switch the intake, everything else would have worked too. All the purge valves, everything would have worked.
Yep. And
Yeah.
the original air cleaner would have worked.
okay.
Had to modify. Got to modify the ambient.
Yeah, that connector comes in 6-pin, 8-pin, 10-pin, or even 12-pin, depending on what options the vehicle has. This one has fewer options, so I'm going to remove a few of these connections.
Fuel line and purge stock from the V6 will fit if you use the regular truck manifold.
Yeah, we're going to cross it over because the purge is there.
Yes.
Fuel lines still work.
Fuel line worked either way.
And the purge was, I had to modify a little bit, sand it down, hitting throttle body, so we got some clearance there.
But yeah, AC lines, stop fan, everything.
Yes.
The computer, I have a different computer on it for now. I reprogramming computers, and this is kind of our first test. But it cranked up first try. All the gauges are working, which I assume, they should. There's no reason for it not to. I don't think we got any security messages. Let's see. All right, I'm going to start it up, guys. Let's see what we got. Give it a second. Yeah, there's no security light. Just your normal stuff. So looking good. We'll get the drive line tomorrow. We're not sure if we're getting the aluminum drive shaft back, if they can shorten it, or if they're just going to make a new one, steel one. So that will get done, and then off to the exhaust shop, and we'll do some test driving and report back on the performance on this, because this is a short bed, single cab, so a lot less weight. And I assume it has the 323 gears. I have to go through the factory computer and see what it has. But I think it's a good start, and I'll keep you guys updated on how it turns out. Thanks for watching. Bye.